Push her inside, let's see how she survived this. Let's be fast before we are seen. Almost done, just the head now.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we jump into today's epic tale, let me hit you with a quick hook that'll have you on the edge of your seat in under a minute. Picture this, you're the most stunning girl in your city, turning heads everywhere you go. But your own flesh and blood, your sisters, plot in the dead of night to shovel dirt over your living body because your beauty threatens their world. Heart pounding yet? That's just the start. If this grips you, smash that subscribe button right now so you don't miss more thrilling stories like this. And drop a comment below. Where are you watching from? Lagos, Abuja, or maybe from across the ocean in New York or London? Let's connect. Now, let's dive into our folk tale, reimagined in the vibrant, humid streets of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. This isn't your typical ancient legend whispered by elders under baobab trees. It's a modern twist, blending old jealousy curses with today's city hustle, social media envy, and family drama that feels all too real. Our story centers on a young woman named Ezinne. Easy to say, right? Like Ezinne. She's got that effortless glow, the kind that makes strangers stop and stare, but it's her heart of gold that truly shines. Her sisters, Ngozi, and Ifeoma, are beautiful too, but in their eyes, Ezinne's light casts shadows on them. It all began not in the chaotic markets or oil-rich high-rises, but in the quiet glow of a family home at dawn, where the first rays of sun filtered through mosquito nets like golden fingers pointing accusations. Ezinne woke up that morning feeling a strange chill, as if the ancestors were whispering warnings in the humid air. She was 22, fresh out of university with a degree in business, dreaming of starting her own fashion line. Her beauty wasn't just skin deep, it was in her smile that lit up rooms, her laugh that echoed like music, and her kindness that drew people in like moths to a flame. But in a world where likes and followers measure worth, her sisters saw her as a rival, not family. Ngozi, the eldest at 25, worked as a bank teller, always scrolling through Instagram, comparing her filtered selfies to Ezinne's natural radiance. Ifeoma, 23, was a makeup artist, but clients always asked, "Do you have a sister like that girl I saw on your feed?" Jealousy festered like an untreated wound. One evening, as the family gathered for dinner, jollof rice steaming on the table, the TV blaring Nollywood dramas, the sisters exchanged glances. "She's too much," Ngozi whispered later in their shared room. "Everyone loves her more. We need to dim her light." Ezinne had no idea. She helped with chores, shared her clothes, even lent money from her part-time job at a boutique. But beauty, in folk tales and real life, can be a curse. That night, as Port Harcourt streetlights flickered on, the sisters hatched a plan born from old. Stories that grandmother told of jealous siblings burying the favored one alive to steal their essence. But this was 2026, not ancient times. They'd make it look like an accident, a tragic disappearance in the city's underbelly. The next day started innocently. Ezinne dressed in a simple ankara top and jeans, her long braids swaying as she headed to the market for fabrics. The air was thick with the scent of fried plantains and exhaust from Danfo buses. Vendors called out, "Fine girl, come by." She smiled, bargaining with ease. Little did she know, her sisters followed, shadows in the crowd. As evening fell, they lured her to an abandoned construction site on the outskirts, near the oil refineries where the ground was soft and secrets could be buried deep. "We found a shortcut home," Ngozi lied, her voice sweet as honey. Ezinne trusted them. Why wouldn't she? Family was everything. In the dim light they struck. A cloth over her mouth, chloroform from Ifeoma's makeup kit. Ezinne struggled, her eyes wide with betrayal, but darkness claimed her. They dug a shallow grave, the earth yielding like it knew the sin. "This is for us," Ifeoma muttered, tears mixing with sweat. No more living in her shadow. But fate, or perhaps the ancestors, had other plans. As they lowered her in, a storm brewed, thunder rumbling like angry spirits. Rain poured, turning the dirt to mud. Ezinne stirred, the drug wearing off just enough. She clawed at the soil, gasping, her beauty now a weapon of survival. Ezinne's life before that fateful night was a tapestry of joy and subtle tensions. Growing up in a modest three-bedroom flat in Diobu, Port Harcourt, their father, Mr. O.B., was a civil engineer at an oil company, often away on rigs. Their mother, Mrs. Ada, ran a small provision store, her hands calloused from years of hard work. The family was close-knit, or so it seemed, but beauty has a way of unraveling threads. From childhood, Ezinne stood out. At age 5, during a school play, she was chosen as the lead princess, while Ngozi and Ifeoma were background dancers. Why her? Ngozi whined. Because she's special, their mother said absent-mindedly, not realizing the spark she ignited. As teens, Ezinne's clear skin and graceful figure drew admirers. Boys sent notes, girls wanted to be her friend. Ngozi, with her sharp features, felt overlooked. Ifeoma, curvy and talented, saw clients flock to Ezinne's suggestions. In modern Nigeria, beauty is currency. Social media amplified it. Ezinne's Instagram had 10,000 followers without trying. Posts of her in vibrant outfits, captioning, "Grateful for another day in PH City." Ngozi's account languished at 500, despite filters. Ifeoma's makeup tutorials got likes, but comments always mention Ezinne, your sis's goals. Jealousy brewed slowly. One afternoon, in their cluttered room with posters of Wizkid and Tiwa Savage, Ngozi snapped, "Look at this." She showed Ifeoma a photo of Ezinne at a party, surrounded by friends. "She's stealing our thunder." Ifeoma nodded, her heart twisting. "We deserve better. Remember Grandma's story about the beautiful one who was cursed? Grandma Naika, had told tales around the kerosene lamp of a girl so lovely that her sisters buried her to absorb her beauty, but she rose as a spirit of vengeance. In their minds, it wasn't murder, it was redistribution. Ezinne, oblivious, shared everything. She helped Ngozi with job applications, taught Ifeoma photo editing, but small acts fueled the fire. A neighbor saying, "Ezinne is the flower of this house." Their father's pride in her grades, mother's extra hugs. The plan formed over weeks. They researched online how to make someone disappear in Port Harcourt's chaotic streets, abandoned sites near the waterfront where cult clashes left areas deserted. They bought a shovel from a hardware store, hiding it in their backyard. For gardening, they told their mother. Emotional turmoil gripped them. Ngozi cried at night, doubting. Ifeoma dreamed of Ezinne's face accusing her, but envy won. "It's us or her," they whispered. Back to that night, Ezinne in the grave, rain pounding. She pushed against the dirt, nails breaking, lungs burning. A muffled scream escaped. Above, the sisters froze. "Is she alive?" Ifeoma gasped. Lightning flashed, illuminating their horror. They fled, leaving her half buried. Ezinne clawed out, mud-caked, heart shattered. She stumbled home, collapsing at the door. "They tried to kill me," she whispered to her shocked parents. The family erupted. Police were called. But in Nigeria, family matters often stay private. The sisters denied it, claiming a prank gone wrong. But the seed of vengeance was planted. Word count update, approximately 1,800, expanding with more backstory and dialogues. If this emotional roller coaster has you hooked, don't forget to subscribe for more stories that blend folklore with real-life drama. Where are you tuning in from today? Ezinne's escape was nothing short of miraculous. As she lay in the hospital bed, IV drips beeping like accusatory heartbeats, the doctor marveled. "You should be dead, young lady. Hypothermia, suffocation, yet here you are." Her beauty, even bruised and dirt-streaked, shone through. Nurses whispered, "She's like an angel who fought hell." Her parents sat vigil. Mr. Obi, home from the rig, his face etched with guilt. "How did I miss this?" Mrs. Ada wept, holding Ezinne's hand. "My daughters, what have they become?" The sisters were arrested briefly, but with no witnesses and their tears, the police released them on bail. "Family dispute," the officer said, pocketing a bribe. "In Port Harcourt, justice is as slippery as oil on water." Ezinne's recovery was physical, but the emotional scars ran deep. Nightmares of dirt filling her mouth. Betrayal like a knife in the back, yet she forgave or tried. "They're my sisters," she told a friend. Chidi, her childhood crush, now a supportive ally. Chidi, a software engineer, visited daily, his eyes full of admiration. "You're stronger than you know, Ezinne." But the city buzzed, whispers in markets, the beautiful one buried by her own. Social media exploded. Ezinne's story went viral on Twitter, now X. Hashtags like hashtag beauty buried alive trending. Influencers speculated, some siding with the sisters. Jealousy is human. Others defended Ezinne. "She's a survivor queen." Ngozi and Ifeoma hid at home, shunned by friends. Ngozi lost her job. Customers complained. Ifeoma's clients cancelled. Guilt ate at them. "We didn't mean to," Ifeoma sobbed. Ngozi hardened. "She always gets the sympathy." Ezinne, discharged, returned home under tension. Family therapy sessions were awkward, the counselor saying, "Envy is a poison." But old folk beliefs lingered. Grandma Neka visited, her wrinkled hands trembling. "This is the curse of the beautiful. In my village, such girls were protected by charms." Ezinne started a blog, sharing her story. "Beauty isn't a crime," she wrote. Followers poured in, offers for modeling gigs. Her life bloomed anew, but danger lurked. The sisters, seeing her rise, plotted again, subtler this time. One night, Ezinne found poison in her food, a rat killer mixed in stew. She vomited, survived. "Why?" She confronted them. Tears flowed. "Because you're everything we're not," Ngozi admitted, breaking down. The family fractured. Sisters moved out to a dingy apartment in Borikiri. Ezinne stayed, but fear shadowed her. Port Harcourt's nights are alive with sounds, generators humming, music from bars, distant gunshots from cult boys. Ezinne navigated this world with caution, her beauty now a shield and a target. She took self-defense classes at a local gym, learning to punch and kick, her graceful movements turning lethal. Chidi became her rock. Their friendship blossomed into romance. Dates at waterside restaurants, eating grilled fish under stars. "You're not just beautiful, you're resilient," he said, kissing her hand. Ezinne blushed, but trust was hard. What if love turns to envy too? Meanwhile, the sisters struggled. Ngozi turned to shady deals, selling fake jewelry in markets. Ifeoma did makeup for low-paying gigs. They followed Ezinne's success online, bitterness growing. "She's profiting from our mistake," Ifeoma said. In a twist, they sought a babalawo, a traditional healer, in the swamps outside the city. "Make her ugly," they begged, offering money. The old man cackled. "Beauty is spirit deep, but I can curse her luck." Strange things happened. Ezinne's blog hacked, photos defaced, a car nearly hit her. She sensed eyes watching. One evening, at a fashion event in GRA, Ezinne shone in a gown she designed. Flashes popped, applause rang, but in the crowd her sisters lurked disguised. They spiked her drink. Ezinne collapsed on stage foaming. Chaos ensued. Hospital again. "Poison," doctors said. She survived, but the attack made headlines. Police reopened the case. Emotional scenes unfolded. Mrs. Ada confronted her daughters. "You're monsters." Tears, screams. Ngozi broke. "We love her, but hate what she represents." Ezinne, recovering, decided to fight back, not with violence, but truth. She went live on Instagram, tearfully recounting. My sisters tried to bury me alive because of my beauty, but beauty is inner strength. Views soared, support flooded. Hey viewers, if this tale of betrayal and survival is keeping you glued, hit subscribe now. Tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Let's build this community. The Babalawo's curse seemed to work at first. Ezinne's skin broke out, her hair thinned. She stared in the mirror, horrified. Is this me? Followers noticed. Comments turned cruel. Not so pretty now, but in folktales, curses backfire. Ezinne sought her own healer, a wise woman in Eleme. The curse is jealousy reflected, the woman said, giving her herbs and prayers. Ezinne healed more radiant. The sisters' lives spiraled. Ngozi got scammed, lost savings. Ifeoma's boyfriend left saying, "You're toxic like your family." Guilt manifested as hallucinations. Ngozi saw Ezinne's mud-covered face in dreams. Ifeoma heard whispers, "You buried me." Ezinne's business took off. She launched Ezinne Designs, clothing for empowered women. Launch party was star-studded, celebrities attending. Chidi proposed there, ring sparkling. "Will you marry me, my survivor?" Yes, amid cheers, but the sisters crashed it, drunk and desperate. "Forgive us," Ifeoma begged. Ngozi knelt. Ezinne, emotional, hugged them. Family is forgiveness. Or was it? In the night, they tried one last time, kidnapping her from the party. Struggle in a van, heading to the swamps. Ezinne fought using her training, crashed the vehicle. Police arrived. Sisters arrested for real this time. Courtroom drama in Port Harcourt High Court. Ezinne testified, voice steady but eyes wet. "I love them, but they tried to kill me twice." Sister's lawyer argued insanity, jealousy driven. Witnesses, neighbors, friends spoke of the family's dynamics. Media frenzy. TV shows debated. Is beauty a curse in Nigeria? Ezinne's fame grew. Interviews on Channels TV. Her story inspiring women. Don't let envy bury you. Sister sentenced to 10 years, but Ezinne pleaded for leniency. Rehab, not jail. Judge agreed to therapy in prison, emotional visits. Why? Ezinne asked. Because we felt invisible, Ngozi confessed. Tears flowed, bonds mending slowly. Chidi and Ezinne planned wedding, but shadows lingered. A stalker, inspired by the story, threatened her. Action sequence chased through Bonny Island ferry terminals. Ezinne outsmarted him calling police. Life normalized. Business boomed, family healed. Flashbacks to childhood. Playing in rains, sharing secrets. How envy started with small things. A toy, a compliment. Grandma Neka's stories influenced them. In old times, beautiful girls were hidden, she said. Ezinne visited Grandma, learning rituals to protect against jealousy. Wear this amulet. Sisters in prison, reflecting. Ngozi wrote letters. I'm sorry, you're the light we dimmed. Ifeoma joined art therapy, drawing Ezinne as a phoenix. Ezinne's wedding, lavish, in a garden. Vows, emotional. Through burial and rise, I love you, Chidi joked. But a twist, sisters escaped prison, seeking redemption or revenge. They appeared at the wedding, not to harm, but to bless. We're changed. Family reunited cautiously. If you're loving this dramatic journey, subscribe for more. Where's your viewing spot? Nigeria or abroad? Post-wedding, Ezinne and Chidi honeymooned in Calabar, exploring beaches. Peaceful, but Ezinne dreamed of dirt. Back home, she expanded business to Abuja, opening stores. Success, but competitors envied. A rival designer spread rumors, tried sabotage. Ezinne confronted her. Don't let jealousy bury you like it did my sisters. Sisters released early for good behavior. They joined the business, making amends. Ngozi managed finances. Ifeoma designed makeup lines, healing sessions, laughs over old photos. But drama, a family secret revealed. Ezinne was adopted, her real mother a beauty queen who died young. This explained the extra beauty, the curse. Emotional revelation. You're still our sister, they said. Ezinne's story became a book, Buried Beauty, bestseller. Book tour across Nigeria, Lagos, Kano, Enugu. Fans shared stories of jealousy. Ezinne inspired Rise Above. Sisters co-authored chapters on redemption, family, vacation to Obudu Ranch, bonding, hikes, talks by fireside. But nature struck. A storm, landslide. Trapped, they worked together to escape, echoing the burial. Strengthened bonds, years passed. Ezinne had kids, twins, beautiful like her. She taught them beauty is kindness. Sisters, aunts, doting, business empire grew, international, but old envy resurfaced in a cousin, plotting theft. Confrontation, resolution, life cycle, aging gracefully. Ezinne, 50, still stunning. Grandkids listen to the tale. Sisters, reformed, run charities for abused women. Reflection on life. Jealousy buries, love resurrects. Ezinne's death at 80, peaceful. Her story legend, told like folk tales. Sisters pass it on. Beauty is a gift, not a curse. And with hope. If this teaser excited you, subscribe and comment your location.